In case you missed it, last week we talked about 15 of our favorite whiskeys that we've both given 2 thumbs up ratings to. This week, we're talking about 5 more. These are Erin's favorites.
Welcome back to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. Thanks for joining us. Today, we are going to have a great little video on our hands.
Yes.
First, you should know that I'm a whiskey nerd.
Yes.
She's the social sipper.
I am.
This list is going to reflect that. Last week, as I said, we had our 15 that we've both given 2 thumbs up to over the last 3 years of doing this channel and rating things blind. The whiskeys that we're going to be talking about today, they're 5 notes, bourbons, 5 bourbons, no ryes.
There are no ryes that I've given 2 thumbs up to.
That I haven't. If you've given 2 thumbs up to a rye, I've given it as well. These are bottles that you've given 2 thumbs up to.
Only I have given 2 thumbs up to.
But I have not given 2 thumbs up to these.
Oh, okay.
So these are Erin's favorites. And let's go ahead and get right on into it.
Let's do it.
Why don't you go ahead and pull the first one and tell us about it?
Which one is the first one?
The first one.
This one. So I relied on Josh to remember why I like something. So Josh, why did I give this 2 thumbs up? This is also Isaac Bowman port finish.
Yes. So
why did I give this 2 thumbs up, sir?
Before we get into this list and with this first one on the table, let's go ahead and qualify what you like in specifically a bourbon.
Okay.
You tend to like balanced flavors, and you like it when it has a lot of flavor at a lower proof point.
I do. I'm impressed by that.
Right.
That is very impressive to me. And if I'm impressed, I'll give you a little higher score.
Yeah. So if you got high value and you got a lot of flavor and it's fairly balanced, that's where Erin gets impressed. That's where her 2 thumbs up comes from. And this list is going to reflect that. And while we're here, I might as well go ahead and give commentary on why I didn't give these things 2 thumbs up.
Sure.
Almost in every case, it's going to be just the fact that there's not enough proof there. Bowman port cast finish is like $40-50. Great flavor. The port cast finish adds in quite a bit of flavor. This is 92 proof. And it's just good. It's sweet. It's sweet, but it's not so sweet that it's off-putting for you.
Yeah.
It's kind of balanced out a little bit.
It's balanced in the sweetness, and that's something I really appreciate.
Yeah, and I remember when we recorded this video, you were super happy with this bottle. You were like, wow, we got to get one. And I'm like, we actually have that bottle, thanks to Barry Hawk. He bought this bottle and left it at our house when he was in town.
Barry.
Like 2 years ago now, I think.
I'll do the millennial heart, not the not the Gen Z heart. What do they do? I can't even do it.
Nobody watching this is in Gen Z,
okay,
so you don't have to worry about it.
this is the millennial heart. Barry, we love you.
Almost nobody watching this is millennials either. So
some people are millennials.
You're fine. But yeah, Bowman Brothers, great. I mean, it is port cast finish. We had a head-to-head, and all this will be in the video description below. This was in a head-to-head against Angel's Envy, the regular 86 proof, which is also port cast finish. It was a really interesting head-to-head. Definitely check it out down there if you're interested in either one of those bottles and what we thought about them in more detail.
Yeah.
And
I do want to say, before we go any further, that Josh will be talking a lot in this video because I rely on him to remember why I like things. As he stated earlier, I am more of a social sipper. I don't catalog whiskey knowledge. I drink it. I enjoy it. I enjoy the community around whiskey. But getting into the nuances of the whiskey itself is not something I enjoy. Therefore, I don't do it. He enjoys it. He does it. I ask him to do that for me. So he will be speaking to a lot of these. Yeah. So I just want to put that out there.
And I'm a whiskey nerd, so I get to keep up with my own whiskey nerddom and hers as well. It's a blast. It works out for both of us.
And he's not being sarcastic.
No, it's like I like to cook. She doesn't mind cleaning. It's a match made in heaven.
It works out.
Let's get into the second bottle.
Okay, this one I actually do know about. Evan Williams Bottled in Bond. It's great on its own. You can drink it neat. It's inexpensive enough where you can buy it as strictly a cocktail mixer.
Yeah.
Great
$17.
$17 for something you can use for a cocktail mixer, for something neat on ice. Like, it truly is a jack of all trades for me.
Yeah.
For the price point, can't be beat. This is probably the one that I will always want to make sure we have. For as inexpensive as it is, it's really good for me.
Not my favorite. It's too nutty for me. I would much prefer to spend a few more bucks and get Wild Turkey 101 over this.
Yeah.
That's just my personal preference. Or Early Times Bottled and Bond. Either one of those are far more preferential for me than this. And that's why I didn't give it 2 thumbs up.
But yeah, it
really is good though.
Just comes down to like what you prefer taste-wise.
It's huge value. I mean, even though I don't love it, unless you have a serious aversion to very nutty whiskey, I mean, it's
Is
worth.
it very nutty?
It's not very nutty.
Let's not
It's kind of
exaggerate,
it's
sir.
kind of nutty, woody. It's worth trying for the price. If you don't like it, put it in some cocktails. It works great for that.
It's great in cocktails.
But you might really like it.
Yeah.
So treat yourself to a $17 budget friendly
Yeah.
bourbon whiskey.
There you go.
I don't know. Get the next one.
Okay. Is this it right here?
Yes.
Okay. Knob Creek 9-year.
Somewhat surprising.
100 proof. Why did I like this?
That's a good question.
I don't remember.
Knob Creek to us is a little bit divisive, or not Knob Creek specifically, but Jim Beam in general.
Yeah.
We have to be in the mood. So
I think it's definitely you catch me on the right day.
Yeah.
This one must have caught me on the right day.
it did.
Okay.
It did. I think there have been other head-to-heads in videos where this has come out where you haven't liked it as much.
Yeah.
But it did catch you in a head-to-head against Knob Creek 12-year, which again down in the video description.
Interesting.
And you preferred this, I believe.
Why?
Because of the value. And I think
checks out.
I think the taste as well.
I'm a cheapskate.
But the value for $35, I mean, this is kind of right in the middle, right? The Isaac Bowman was like $40-$50. The Evan Williams White Label Bottle and Bond was $17. This is about $35. Right in the middle, kind of peanut buttery sweetness, but not very sweet really at all. It's kind of a mild peanut butter sweetness.
I have to ask you a question. You're saying peanut buttery.
Yeah.
You said it twice. Peanuts and peanut buttery.
Yeah.
That's not a note that I ever get. So that's not something I attributed to these bottles.
Right.
Josh is saying that. That is what maybe he gets or what someone else gets. That is not what I got on both of the last two bottles we talked about.
Yes, that's a great point. For you, it reads as a little more earthy and tempered sweetness.
Yes,
So
which is what I like.
I mean, you could literally, textbook. But yeah, Knob Creek 9-year. Erin likes this stuff on the right day, but not every day.
Correct.
Now, the last two bottles, we do not have bottles of ourselves. We had samples of them from other people. But before we get into those, we do have an addendum to make to this video.
Okay.
Since we shot last week's video of our 15 bottles that scored the best for us, we have had two bottles come up in a head-to-head on that Thursday video, last week's head-to-head.
Yeah, we've done more recording.
That both got 2 thumbs up for us. And they deserve to be mentioned here. These aren't just your favorites.
So these are an addendum to the last favorites video.
Right.
Gotcha.
And they are worth mentioning in this video as well.
Okay.
So I just spoke about them a second ago. I would prefer these to Knob Creek 9-year or Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. And it's going to be Wild Turkey 101 and Early Times Bottle and Bond.
Were these in different head-to-heads or the same?
No, these are against each other.
And we gave them both 2 thumbs up?
Yes. Because the value was so good. I said they tasted like $50 to $100 bottles.
Yo, we literally recorded that video probably a couple weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
And I don't remember.
No, she does not.
Again,
Doesn't.
I
fit.
have other priorities in my brain that I catalog and prioritize,
like
not whiskey.
Work and knitting and
Textiles.
stuff.
I love textiles. Like
who doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Am I right? All right.
fabric composition and such.
I'll put the head-to-head of these two down in the video description below so you can see that as well.
Yeah.
But, I mean, fantastic. We ran out of our Early Times Bottle and Bond bottle, the blue cap Sazerac version, which we have traditionally preferred to the old black cap, plastic cap Brown Forman version.
The new one, yeah.
And we've also blinded over 30 people on it, including the Bourbon Junkies, and they both agreed that our blue metal cap was better than our black plastic cap. So just putting that out there right now for everybody that's got their fingers fired up for the comments below.
Come at the junkies then.
Wild Turkey
What?
Wild Turkey 101 is really
Don't come at that.
Wild
Don't
Turkey
do it.
101 is really interesting because it took until now for you to give this 2 thumbs up. Until this head to head. It's been in other head to heads and tastings and you've only given it 1 thumbs up. It was only this last week that this finally earned 2 thumbs up
And
for
what's
you.
funny is I would still consider myself a Wild Turkey fan. Like, not specifically the 101 fan, but Wild Turkey in general.
Yeah.
Like their family of products.
And the beautiful thing is every bottle we've talked about, other than Early Times Bottle and Bond, is available in every market. The only bottle that we've talked about that's not available in every market is Early Times Bottle and Bond. I think it's available in 13 states.
Okay.
If you're in one of those states, grab a bottle of it. It's about $25 to $30 for a liter.
This is
a
gonna
liter of cola.
show my not professionalism in the whiskey space, but who makes Early Times?
Well, Brown Forman did make it.
Okay.
And then
Sazerac bought it.
Sazerac bought it.
You
but
just said that.
They're using the Brown Forman stocks.
Yeah.
But they could be cutting with different water.
And
there could be
Sazerac
different blenders.
owns Wild Turkey, right?
No, Sazerac owns Buffalo Trace.
Who owns Wild Turkey now?
Wild Turkey owns Wild Turkey. Oh, Campari owns Wild Turkey.
Campari. See, I knew something. I knew something.
You knew somebody owned somebody.
I knew somebody owned something.
If somebody owns if something exists, somebody owns it.
Yep.
So, a little bit of a layup there.
Yep.
I'm not giving you credit for that.
It's fine.
Let's get into our last two bottles. We don't have them here in person because,
Yep.
again, they were samples. And I'll go ahead and talk about them. Pure Kentucky. It's a Willet product.
Don't remember that at all.
It's a Willet product. It was, I think, $40 or $45 was the price. 107 proof. Again, kind of nutty, kind of earthy.
But I definitely did not get nuttiness on it because that's not something I call out.
Yeah.
Hardly ever.
You can see what she got down in the video description below. I think I might have landed at like a thumbs up or something on this one, but she was 2 thumbs up. The value was there. The tempered sweetness, earthiness was there for you. If you like that kind of profile, Pure Kentucky is something to check out. The last bottle on the list, and I saved the best for last. This is the only one
interesting
that you can't actually truly get out there somewhere. It was a 2012 Wild Turkey 101.
How did we even get that? Who gave us that sample?
If I'm not mistaken, Chris Norris gave us that sample.
Wow.
And we put it into a head-to-head against the new Wild Turkey. That bottle right there, actually, that I just showed, I believe. And you preferred the old one. And I think I preferred the new one.
I like old things.
You do. But that video's down in the description as well. Make sure to check that out. It was a ton of fun. I just remember being very surprised on the reveal.
Yeah.
So definitely check that out down there. And if you see any old Wild Turkey in stores ever, grab it. Be on the lookout for it, actually. Yeah. It's like, we're not big bourbon hunters, but if we're in stores, it's definitely worth scanning the shelves to see if you see any older Wild Turkey that doesn't come in this bottle. I mean, look for that. Oh, it would help if I held it towards the camera where you can see it. Doesn't come in this bottle. Look for the older bottle with the paper label turkey head.
The turkey is on the label, not on the bottle, right? Like it's not. It's printed on the label, not in like etched in the bottle.
Yeah, or even older than that. So just look back. Keep an eye out for those sorts of things. They're fun. I wouldn't pay a huge premium for them because it is just Wild Turkey 101, but they are a lot of fun to try.
Yeah.
And this was a fun video. Hopefully you thought it was a fun video. If you did, make sure to like it. Subscribe to the channel if you like this style of content. It'll just get more of that coming your way.
Absolutely.
And hit that bell to join us for a live stream. And if you're looking for the best dang whiskey community on planet Earth, you owe it to yourself to check out our Patreon community. Get plugged in over there for as little as $3 a month. You can join our Discord through Patreon, and you can get plugged in. It's popping off all the time. It is active. It is hard to keep up with, but
it is active. We got an active community.
We do.
They're great.
And people are helping people find things, trading samples, talking whiskey all dang day. Check it out over there. And
all the live long day.
And that's where you can get in on our barrel picks as well. So if you want our barrel picks, where we go to distilleries, pick barrels of whiskey that we put our stamp of approval on, they're kind of pre-vetted for you if you like our palates, then you can do that over there on Patreon as well. There's even a free tier that if it goes through all the paid tiers, you can sign up for the free tier and get access that way. Or the paid tiers, just as you go up in tiers, you get faster and faster access to picks. Sometimes they sell out, in between some of those tiers before they get all the way down. But a lot of our picks do get all the way through. So be sure to check that out as well. Anna, you can also check out the video description.
Anna, my name's Erin.
Good dad joke. Also, over on stuffandwhiskey.com, there's shirts, there's glassware, there's apparel, there's other things. There's Erin's Cozy Corner full of gifts and things that you can check out for the loved ones in your life or yourself if you are so inclined.
Absolutely.
So all that's down in the video description below. It's a veritable treasure trove of resources and fun and frolicking and adventure for you.
And we will be putting more stuff on our storefront as the weeks progress. It does take time, so we're finding products to put on our storefront. So keep checking back. Yeah, absolutely. That's it for today, I think. Yeah? Okay. Be good to each other, y'all. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers.